Hi, we're Joel and Leah, and this video is about mindless things that Americans do that the rest of the world doesn't. And I know that might sound a bit aggressive, but we didn't know any other words for mindless that involve like the not thinking.
Like it's not like mindless things, it's things that Americans do that they just don't even think about it. Like it's mindless. But the rest of the world doesn't do it. Like the same way that Joel and I mindlessly eat popcorn. Yeah, just without thinking, you just hand to mouth.
It's like the robot.
So mindless. So we'll kick off the first one with servers taking your credit card or debit card, whatever, they take your card away. Americans don't think twice about that, that's so normal. But to the rest of the world, that is like the biggest no-no. It's so triggering. Like it's just unthinkable behaviour. If anyone not in America took a card away from my site, I'd be like, right, I'm getting scammed. Call up, cancel the card. Be like, yeah, my card, I think I'm gonna go through fraud. Someone's having me over, I'm being scammed. So I don't understand why they're allowed to do it, because the fear is anyone's got your card then, so they could just take a picture of it, write down the numbers, and then they could be using it when they get back home and just log in. Purchases. Like it's unthinkable to let your card out of your site. You should never let your card go out of your site, even if it's with a server. So the fact Americans do that is very odd. Like I still don't get how they get away with it. No, I don't. They could just go home and do those transactions and never get found out. Yeah, because how many restaurants do you go to? Loads. How would they get found out? Do you know who's got your card details front and back? No one. Unless there's a thing that we don't know of, and buying things online is hard. Like, unless you have to say your street address and this and that. But ours, you just type in the long card number, the expiry date, and the CVV, and that's it. All of the stuff that's on the card. We use our America cards for those things, but our personal, like British cards that we use, I can guarantee no one has ever seen my card, other than like in general putting it into a machine, but no one has seen the number on my card except me. And the same with you. It's so weird. I find it so strange. We all do. All of us are like, why am I now filling out 10 pages of paperwork? Well, this is the next thing, is needing to sign the check. It feels very 1990s to have to sign. I know. I feel like I'm at a hotel constantly. So put that on the room. Yes. Sign it to my account. Sign. Write a letter to me and I'll send it by I haven't even signed the back of my cards, which I know you should do, but like no one does. No one does. No one's ever signed the back of the card because no one's looking. No. Very odd. The next one. Not needing to flag down the server. That's lovely. Oh, that's amazing. They just arrive at your table and start chatting to you. They're just attentive, most of them. Not in the UK, guys. No. You gotta wave. You gotta do everything. You gotta flag them down. You gotta send out a search party. Look, where are the meals at? And that is, we are very anti-tipping culture. We think that the US should be paying their servers a living wage and it shouldn't be up to customers. However, I can totally see that you get better service when the servers are motivated by tips, because in the UK they get a proper wage regardless of tips. That's why they're less attentive. So I'm torn. Like something huge would have to change for them to stop being a tipping nation. Well, companies would have to pay a fair wage. And who's going to do that? Because then the government needs to put in the legislation to be like, you have to pay your servers more than $10 an hour. But they're not going to do that. No. When or if they do that, they'll go, I'm gonna go there because this place like do tips on top. I don't know. Well, that's the thing. I think actually when you talk to servers, they actually like the fact that they earn less from their workplace and then get more tips, because they can earn a lot in tips. Yeah. But I just don't think it's the consumer's job to pay the wage. I know. Again, it comes down to paying for what you eat. Like I've eaten $19 worth of food. Therefore, I'm paying $19. Why should I then have to pay like an extra, like maybe an extra $5 or $10? Yeah, I think that the break. So if the food is worth $20, then the restaurant needs to factor in everyone who needs to be paid. Everything needs to be factored in to what you charge. It just means the restaurants are earning so much money because they don't pay their staff. It's just savage. Anyway, I can see both sides, to be honest. I can see both sides. Yeah. The fourth one, having long ass elections, it says. Oh, they go on forever, don't they? So long, really long campaigns. Media frenzy. They love it. It's something for the news anchors to talk about all day. Yeah, they'd be out of business if there wasn't something to report on. And as soon as that's over, there'll be something else. Yeah. Like right now, John and I were like, the news haven't had a break. Brexit, COVID, the war. What's next? The bank rates, the energy crisis, like there's never something, they're just talking about everything. Yeah. It's always bad news going on, that's why we don't watch it. Yeah, we don't watch the news. I know. I don't know what to say, elections, Okay, the next one's quite
confusing. I haven't got my head around all of these. The words freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior.
Yeah. Americans use them just like so quickly, as if it's so normal. No one else anywhere in the world uses these words. So it's it's very confusing. So I don't fully understand. And like the grade system, grade 7 is not equal to year 7 in the UK.
No.
It's something slightly different. So it's very confusing.
Yeah. So if you're like, I'm year 7, I'm grade 7.
Yeah.
Totally different thing.
Yeah. And the same with this. If someone said I'm a sophomore, I'd be like, what's a sophomore?
Don't they just cut out the O and just say sophomore?
I don't know.
Sophomore. I've never heard them say sophomore.
Really?
Yeah.
This one says sophomore. I don't know. Freshman. Junior, senior. Never heard of it.
I'm gonna guess freshman's the newest you can be.
Oh, because you're fresh.
Fresh
yeah,
me.
That's true.
But yeah, it doesn't work anywhere else. Everywhere else has got no idea what you're talking about. So if you ever talk to a muggle, like a non-American, just an American muggle, you've got to just say how old you are.
Yeah, just say your age.
Yeah, and if you're in education or not.
Yeah, good idea.
Good.
The next one is because Americans love slogans.
Yeah.
One very normal thing is Americans putting bumper stickers on their car. And like funny little quotes.
Oh,
maybe
quotes,
a little naughty quotes and things, like cheeky ones.
Oh my god.
And it's like in the UK, you'd be very rare to see any bumper stickers, and if they are, there'd be like baby on board or like something to let you know there's a child on board.
They actually put it on the outside of the car, on the inside screen.
On the outside bumper.
On the outside bumper. Nah, it's mortifying. Mortifying.
Yeah.
I can't cope.
No.
The only time you put stickers on your car is if your car is a business and you're like, I sell da-da-da.
Yeah.
Phone number.
Yeah, I wouldn't think enough people would care to like see a sticker and go, I'm going to put that on my car, because other drivers, they'll love to read that. I just wouldn't think that.
No, that wouldn't cross my mind.
Yeah, but it is so dead cute though.
You've got to laugh at some of the quotes you see.
Yeah, some are so funny.
All the merchandise cringe quotes on t-shirts and
mugs.
On mugs and on the...
Like that top in Target that said raising baby.
Oh my gosh, raising babies.
It was maternity wear. There was like raising babies. And it was cute, but it was just cringe.
Cringe, man. Cringe.
Also, your identity should be more than in just raising babies. Like, you are a woman.
Of many
got
talents.
Your whole life, and you've got many talents. You're not to be reduced to just a baby maker.
That's one chapter of your life.
Yeah.
But there'll be many other things you'll be thrilled about.
Yeah.
But no shade to anyone that's their whole identity.
Well,
that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, if it is your identity, fine. But just to big you up, it shouldn't be just your identity, because you're probably a talented baker as well, and you're this and you're that. But
I think it's those people that have problems later on, where once the kids have grown up and they're like, what is my purpose in life?
Empty nest syndrome.
Yeah. They're just like, what do I do then? What do I enjoy?
Yeah.
Yoga.
And they're still wearing their Raising Babies t-shirt all those years later.
Maybe we're really harsh.
We probably are
really harsh.
We are harsh, aren't we? Do you know what? People soften with age, so probably in this channel in 2040 will probably be like very mellow and very kind.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or worse.
Or even worse.
Yeah. So the next one is jaywalking. I don't know what the word for jaywalking is in England. I think it's just called crossing a road.
It's just crossing a road. But in America, you very much, it's seen as odd to jaywalk and like taboo. What are you doing? It's not time for you to cross. In the UK and in Europe, you just run across the road whenever it's free. Very dangerous. You take your life into your own hands, but you do it because you're like, well, I'm not waiting.
Yeah, and you're like, if I get hit by a car, like, someone's getting paid out.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
I mean, you do it all the time in America, and as we do it, we know we're doing it, and we're like, jaywalking, and we run. But we know if we get stopped by police, we'll just go, sorry, we're foreigners, sorry.
We've got no idea.
Sorry.
So it's just really not okay to do that in the US. So, I don't know, just on that, you guys let us know why. Is it because you're not really a walking place, and we're a walking city, a walking country?
Maybe it is.
We just love walking.
Also, there's new laws have been established where cars, we now have to give way to pedestrians if they cross the road.
Yeah.
Which wasn't always the case, and now it is. So it's really confusing when you're driving and someone just steps out in front of you and you're like, oh yeah, you're actually allowed to do that and I have to slow down. Whereas before you'd be like, I've got right of way.
Yeah. Now the pedestrian has to right of way on the road.
Which is only going to make this worse because we'll feel even more entitled now. Well, not pedestrians.
Yeah, we'll just walk out,
Yeah.
even if they're coming at like 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
We're just like, you have to stop.
Yeah, stop.
And there was another one. Have you seen the new rule about cyclists?
They can cycle in the middle of the road.
Yeah,
I hate that.
you have to treat a cyclist on a bicycle the same way you would a full-size car. So you can't overtake a cyclist like next to them like this close. You have to give a full car's distance, and if you don't, and they're wearing like a body cam or something, you can get like points on your license and have to, and they're allowed in
built-up areas to cycle. It used to be you have to cycle like a metre from the curb or whatever, or the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Now they're allowed to cycle right in the middle of the road.
Right in the middle.
So you can't, sometimes you can't fully overtake them, which is so annoying.
Yeah.
We should not be giving cyclists more rights. I hate cyclists so much. Except when I'm cycling, and then I love cycling.
Cyclists are, you don't want to upset a cyclist. They've got attitude.
They do. They're entitled, aren't they?
Apologies for that.
Sorry, guys.
That's an alarm to wake up for us.
Yeah, sorry, that was our alarm. It's 5:15.
And on that note, we should wrap it up, Joel.
Yeah. Well, let us know if you think we've been too harsh there, guys.
I feel like we have.
Yeah.
But you guys can be the judge of that.
Yeah.
We post videos thrice weekly. If you're not too triggered, then subscribe.
And we have memberships for 99 cents per month where you get exclusive members-only videos. We go into far more detail. We have little casual chats. It's not all about America British. We might talk about personal lives, stories.
All sorts.
Yeah, check that out if you'd like.
And we will see you in the next one.
See you
Take
soon.
care.
Bye.
Bye.